Hello everyone, I hope you can hear me. Today we are discussing UK Services PMI, which will be out in about 10 minutes from now, and me and my colleague Max are here today to cover it for you. As you can see on my charts, at the current moment the forecast stands at 56 points, while the prior figure stood at 55.60. So talking a little bit more about projections and the historical movement of the indicator, I will remind you that UK's PMI showed a fall of 2.4 points in orders, which led to a 1.8 point fall in output. Moreover, backlogs of outstanding business also fell. However, business expectations were more stable, with only a minor decrease of 0.2 points. At the current moment, again, I will remind you, UK Services PMI is expected to come out at 56 points. According to experts at Societe Generale, the underlying business conditions remain firm, and still both the orders and the PMI are expected to rise somewhat in September, and the PMI should rise from 55.6 to 56.5, say the experts. Moving forward, we have as always, the Bloomberg survey summary. According to the views and estimates of the experts from different banks and institutions. And as you can see, the median estimate stands at 56 points. Average estimate is 56.02. High estimate is 57. Low estimate is 54.70. And the number of estimates this time has reached only 25. Meanwhile, Annette Beecher, Chief Asia Pacific Macro Strategist at TD Securities, expects a third monthly decline in the UK Services PMI in September, with a reading of 54.8 expected versus the market consensus of 56. And she says that even with another fall, the PMI services remains in significant expansion territory. And this gradual decline in the level simply reinforces our view that UK growth will remain healthy, but slightly slower in the second half of the year. And we also, if we move forward, last but not least, we have our Dukascopy community member sentiment on pound dollar currency pair, and as you can see here in my screen, our traders went rather bullish on the matter at 60.75% bullish votes versus 39.25 bearish votes. And also, as usual, we have some comments from our members, so I hope you can see them clearly. The first member says that the Services Purchasing Managers Index measures the activity level of purchasing managers in the service sector, surprise, surprise. And he thinks that traders watch the service closely, as purchasing managers usually have early access to data about their company's performance, which can be a leading indicator of overall economic performance. And that's why he is bullish on the matter. And also we have one bearish comment, and then the member says that last data from market show further improvements in the UK service sector. Even this time, the business activity index could come with a figure above 50, meaning there is still an expansion consistent with the economist's long-time expectations. The pair will be lower if it is the expectation figure, or as flat as the last one. So from my side, that's it. And now I would like to invite Max on the board to cover the technicals and the initial reaction of the market.
Thank you very much, Kate. Hello, everybody. I hope you have a great beginning of the new working week. So yes, we discussed today the UK services PMI data, which is out in around 4 minutes from now. And as Kate has already mentioned, we have a quite positive expectation for September services PMI in the UK. According to the average expectation, it is likely to rise back to 56 points after a significant drop we have seen back last month when the indicator dropped by more than 2 points. And therefore, we have a positive surprise strategy today and the cable for the technical part for the discussion. And as you can see, this currency pair has a very strong bullish sentiment at the moment, the sentiment which has improved quite noticeably in the past couple of days, and at the moment more than 62% of all open trades are long on the sterling against the US dollar. And also the sterling is being bought in the majority of all the cases if we take into account all the currency pairs of the pound. Concerning the pending orders, they are also very bullish right now, more than 60-70%, depending on the range, are set to buy the sterling against the US dollar. And if we have a look at the market sentiment provided by other market participants, it is also very positive indeed at the moment. So if we move on to the current market situation and see where the pair is trading at the moment, as you can see, the current location is 1.5217. The pair has declined some 10-15 pips just in some last 5 minutes, possibly preparing for the data release. But still, we have the positive expectation in accordance with the mean expectation of the market. And of course, is usually to project the possible market reaction after the data is released in around 2 minutes from now. Let's have a look at the previous market reactions for the same data release. And the average reaction for the cable was 43 pips in the last 5 months. But as usually, when the data is coming out better than expected, usually we see a softer reaction from any currency pair. That's why we can expect also the smaller reaction to take place today, especially if we don't see any significant surprising move from the data. So therefore, the take profit level, the first one, is placed around the daily R1 resistance line at the moment, so some 25 pips above the current market price, so at 1.5244, which is the first take profit level. But in case the data is released much better than expected, as for instance, if it is projected by Credit Suisse and Commerzbank, which as they expect the indicator to jump to 57 points. If it is the case, we can see also the pair going up to the second take profit level at 1.5254. And of course, if we have worse than expected data, we can assume the cable will decline in value, possibly below the current market price and below some 1.5215 area, which actually has been the first support some 15 minutes ago. We assumed it so. And at last, I will just cover technical indicators, which are also supporting the market sentiment and are pointing to the upside for the current data release. So we have just some 10 seconds to go till the data will be finally published, and we will see hopefully the initial market reaction from the cable. Let's just wait for the data to be released in the chat section, so you can see actually the downward reaction, because we have much worse than expected data. So it dropped to 53.3 points in September. It is down from 55.6 in August, and it is of course a miss from the mean expectation for an increase to 56 points. As you can see, in the last minute, the pair has actually opened slightly higher than it closed in the previous minute. So the opening level was just above 1.5235, but the pair has immediately declined quite significantly down to 1.52 major level, actually, as it was expected. So it is worse than expected data, and it makes sense that the sterling is reacting in a quite bearish way to such negative numbers. And overall, we can say that the initial market reaction was some 35, 37 pips to the downside, actually almost matching the average reaction for the past 5 months, and it is also a stronger reaction than it has been for the past 3 months. From July till September. So I guess that for now that will be all from my side on the technical part for the today's data release. Thank you very much for your attention. See you all in some 3 hours from now when we are going to have the research webinar, of course, at 12 p.m. GMT. So see you soon, and I give the floor back to you, Kate. Thank you.
Hey Max, you have stolen all my words. Okay, anyway, once again, the UK services PMI came out at 53.3, as you can see in the chat, and we still can see the reaction on Max's screen. And yeah, guys, for today, for the data release, it's all. See you in 3 hours, approximately, yes, for our webinar. And meanwhile, don't miss our other community member webinars, which will be, I think, in a couple of minutes. Okay, so thank you very much and see you later. Bye.